Hi everybody, I'm Amanda and helped by Jane I'm starting to show you how to use a database you just created in Microsoft SQL Server. Naturally I'm continuing the last movie about art of OLTP databases design see succinct concept YouTube channel. When querying a SQL Server database, it is often necessary to pull data from one or more tables in order to retrieve related information from those tables. For example, our publishing house database includes the table that stores information about books, authors, companies and sales. Let's find a list of authors from our database. Let me sit and write for you in SQL Server Management Studio tool. Selected author, author name from authors. If we want to get a special data, like the companies that have headquarters in Dallas, we can filter it using where clause. Look what I'm writing. Select company, contact name, work phone number from companies where city equals Dallas. When you want to get data for more tables you have to use SQL inner or outer joins. To understand how a join works, it helps to visualize the tables from which you'll be extracting data and the relationships between the tables. The ID book column in the sales table is a foreign key that references the ID book column in the books table. As a result, any cell can be associated with a book through the foreign key. Now, suppose you want to retrieve the ID sales, date of the cell and quantity for each book name. The way to achieve this is to join the two tables based on the ID book values in both tables. To join the tables, you must specify an inner join subclause and an ON subclause within the from clause of the select statement, as shown in the following example. B is an alias for books table and S is an alias for cells. The equality from ON clause gives us the data from books table that correspond to data from cells table, and vice versa. In many databases, it's often necessary to query more than two tables to retrieve the related data. When we're creating the joins, we have to follow all the relationships between tables. As noted above, an inner join returns only those rows that are related to each other. That means, the result set will not include books who are not associated with a cell. To include that type of data, you must use an outer join. SQL Server supports three types of outer joins: left, right and full. Let's first take a look at the left outer join. The from clause includes a left outer join subclause, along with the ON subclause. The books table is joined to the cells table, as you saw in earlier examples. However, all cells are now included in the result set and unmatched values are returned as nulls. For example, the book named Around the World in 80 Days is not associated with a cell so it appears null value. In the case of using right outer join clause we'll get all the data from the table that appears in the right side of relationship, that is authors, plus the data that appears in both table, cells. As above, null clause tells us that that author doesn't appear in any cells. When we use full outer join subclause, seeing null values, we can understand that in our database exists company, DEF Library Limited, author, Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky, and book, Around the World in 80 Days, that wasn't implied in any cells. The joins shown here are relatively simple compared to how complex some join conditions could be. In addition, there are other ways to construct joins and ways you can combine inner and outer joins in a single statement. There are also other types of joins, such as cross joins and self joins, but about that in other lessons. Thank you, and see you later!